Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Aetherdrift Draft here on the channel. We're going to be going pick by pick, play by play, talking through everything so you know what to do when you draft this format yourself. Before I dive in, huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for a free preview count in this early access event so I could get this recorded for you early. And yeah, well, we have got a excellent. Oh, this is the different Gear Hulk than I thought it was. Still pretty solid, but it's 5 mana for a 5/4 Menace Death Touch, and then you can return a creature temporarily. So not the greatest card, and it's very inflexible. So we're not going to be taking that here, I don't think. There is Full Throttle, which is another rare. It basically gives you 2 extra combats, and the problem is that if you're not in a position to attack them at all, then this card doesn't do anything, and it's 6 mana. I really like Gastel Raider. It doesn't always hit something, but when it does, it's really, really nice. 3 mana, 2/1. You get to take usually a removal spell from them. And then Broadside Barrage and Lagorin are both good, but they're very committal. Right off the bat, you have to choose whether you're playing a multicolor strategy if you want to put those cards into your deck. There's also Ride's End, which is reasonable, but I think here we're going to take the Raider. This is hard to cast, and even though I like it, Menace, Death Touch, Haste for the card you bring back. Sometimes it'll have an ETB. Just tricky to finagle. So we're just going to play the nice, solid 3-drop. Okie doke. And following that, there is Endrider Spike Spitter. So nice little way to get some value if you've been able to get to max speed. But if you don't get to max speed for a while, it's not really doing a ton. 4 mana, 3/4 reach is okay. Other cards, Air Response Unit. That card has been pretty solid. I've liked it. And then there's another Ride's End. So do we want to go? I mean, there's not a good black card to follow up with. I think Endrider Spike Spitter could be pretty okay, though. Nice little card for the aggressive decks. Air Response Unit would be my second pick out of this pack. And Ride's End, I think, would be a number 3. There's also just like a 5 mana 9/7, but I would rather take a card that can get me some value or be a little bit cheaper or easier to cast at the current time. But yeah, I think the Spike Spitter, pretty good. The red decks are all pretty aggressive, so you're going to be trying to get that max speed. I'm also streaming this live on Twitch, so if you do see me answering questions, that's what that is. There is a Dracosaur Auxiliary, so a nice top-end card for a red deck. There's also, I like Nesting Bot as an early way to start your engines. There's also Sabotage Strategist. Mutant Surveyor is nice because you can like play it on turn 3, and then turn 4 you just attack them, and they can't really block because you can spend 4 mana to double pump it. Nothing can really block a 4/5 at that stage in the game. So Dracosaur is pretty good pickup, though, I think, because it still lets me play the Gastel Raider potentially. Okay. This pack has a lot of cards that I have not yet really gotten reps with. The Spot Cycle Scouter seems okay to me. There's also Swiftwing Assailant to get the start your engines rolling as well. There's Ironclad Grim Javelineer as a way to enable attacks. I don't love the Alacrian Armory all that much. Though it is decent with this card and stuff. I kind of want to just take the Spot Cycle Scouter. It's hard to say for sure what the best option here is, though. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Scouter. I was kind of at a loss between those two. And now there is Brightfield Glider, which is a card that I've been very impressed with, honestly. It's been doing some serious work against me. And maybe I get to try the red-white vehicles deck here, if this is open. I haven't really seen Huldrifter do much. Buccaneer is kind of a little clunky at times. Lagorin's pretty great, but I'm not really green right now. There is a Lagak. And there's an Endrider Catalyzer. Black has not seemed particularly open. I think I'll take the Glider, though. I've been pretty impressed by it. It's honestly been kind of wrecking me, if I'm being completely honest. The Saddle 3 has been very manageable for my opponents somehow. They've never struggled with it a single time, it feels like. So green is looking open. We're seeing Plow Through, Hazard of the Dunes. There was the Lagorin. I think I'm going to take the Surveyor or the Ironclad. I don't think the Ironclad's particularly great. It's just hard to justify. It's like a 4-mana thing that doesn't affect the board when it comes into play. Plow Through is a good removal spell. Hazard of the Dunes. I'm just going to take the red card, I think. It's tough. The ship may have sailed on green here. It might just be a red-white deck here. And starting your engines as early as possible is always nice. Perfect. I get another Surveyor. The Surveyors are really good. I mean, this one's really good, especially because it's a 2-drop. It's really hard to block early. A little bit of blue action. There's an Embalmed Ascendant as well. But I'm totally fine playing a red-white deck. And I think we're in good shape to do that. We got the Surveyor. We've got Glider. We have a couple 2-drops. Nice little curve up till the Dracosaur Auxiliary as like a top-end card that we are going to play, but it'll probably be our only real expensive card. Start your engines. So this card brings back all mounts and vehicles from your graveyard to the battlefield. And I've wanted to try this. And I think this might be the time. I don't think I'm going to wheel the 2/6/3 cyclers, but if I do, it'd be perfect. And then the Daring Mechanic is totally a fine card and would be the card that I took if this was like the Pro Tour or something. But I really want to see if I can get this card to do something cool. We already have a vehicle, 2 mounts. I just want to get some action. This is funny. Interface Ace for crewing stuff. No, thank you. I guess I'll just take this. Yes, as Twitch chat has said, this is the content pick. I'm just going to take Lagorin. Maybe I open a crazy green rare and just have to go for it. Doesn't look like anyone's playing green. Vanguard, I think, will be my pick over this guy. I really like the Vanguard. Now I'll get a red-white land over the 2/1 that can start the engines. Red-white is still the direction I'm most likely going to end up. Woohoo! Another mount. And then I get this guy, 2-drop that starts the engines again. And a card that starts your engines without having to do anything. And if I have a Rindscarred Crag, it can kind of balance out a little bit. Here, I'm just going to take another Leonin Surveyor, get another 2-drop that starts my engines. And without wheeling the 2 cyclers, this card's not happening, I don't think. I didn't miss out on much. I don't think the 3-drop's that good. This card's nice. Good little pickup. And now I can pick up a Burner Rocket. I think Burner Rocket is better than Spot Cycle Scouter, though I think Scouter's totally fine. The Burner actually like works super well with Leonin Surveyor because they want to block it, and then you just get them with the Burner Rocket combat trick because First Strike plus this is just such a good synergy. Maybe I'll wheel this, maybe I won't. There's also Spot Cycle, a couple of blue cards, and one of these guys. There's a Gilded Goda. You have 1, 2, 3 mounts right now. Okay, now there is Gallant Strike. I think this card's pretty good for getting rid of a pesky big creature. And it has cycling. You can get rid of that if you don't need it. Vinwixt. Not a card I can play. The 2-mana 0/8 legendary is crazy. I've really liked it. This card's nice. This card's good with the combo piece I've picked up, but I'm not going to take it. I'm just going to take a good Gallant Strike here. And look, we got one of these guys anyway. I could also just take a Thunderhead Gunner. I think Thunderhead Gunner is pretty solid. Like, whenever my opponent plays it, I'm like, please, just have a kill spell for this. Daring Mechanic. Maybe just better, though. It's a 3-mana 3/3 I can put stuff on. Yeah. I'm just a little bit too hard on it, I think. Perfect. Another Leonid Surveyor. Now all I want is more burner rockets. More burner rockets. The burner rockets will continue until morale improves. But yeah, I'm not going to miss a Daring Mechanic, whereas if I got a bunch of those like cycler vehicles, because at that time there were still 2 out in the world that might have wheeled. Gunner. Gunner seems great. Which Gunner are you talking about? Oh well. Endriser Catalyzer, there's another mechanic. There's this guy, which is an absolute beating. I could get rid of these 4 red cards and just add in these 2 green cards and the Mammoth. I mean, Mammoth is a heck of a card. I think I'm just going to do that. Mammoth is a beating. I just want to at least see if that's an option. I'm not going to miss the armor. I'm not going to miss one of these guys. Not going to miss one of these. So we'll just give ourselves the chance to have a really good card in the deck. Okay, there's a Ketrodon. There's a Glider. I think I'll take another Glider. And there's a Swiftwing Assailant. Ticket Tortoise. I don't mind the Ketrodon. I think it's solid. This card's also reasonable. When you have like a pivot color like I do right now, like I know I'm playing a white deck. Artifact from the graveyard becomes an artifact creature. Oh yeah, the 5-mana 4/5. Yeah, that card seems pretty solid to me as well. Sure, I'll take a Skybox Fairy. The Push the Limit deck continues to sit at the edge of my consciousness. Spot Cycle Scouter number 2. Sure. Currently, I've got 4 vehicles. And then we got one of these guys. I don't want too many Spot Cycle Scouters. How many mounts do I have? 6 mounts. But some of them are the wrong color. The Push the Limit is maybe getting into the deck at this point. Ironclad. Sure, I'll just take this card. I'm not going to take the blue card. I don't have a reason to take a blue card. I can just let my person next to me get it. Ooh. Another vehicle, you say? It gives double strike to my creatures? You don't say. I don't think it's very good, but... Gosh, this card's such a beating. It's so good. It's the exact 2-color pairing of these 3 that I am not. And I'm not going to go 3-color. I'm not a psychopath. There's a Mako, which I can't really use. There's one of these guys. There's a Gunner. There's this guy that can get double strike, which I don't love. I think this card's actually kind of a trap. Maybe. Like, he's okay, but nothing crazy. I kind of want to take the Gunner. And then try to wheel the Ironclad. I'm also tempted by this card. I'm just going to take this card. This card seems great. You know, I'm just going to take Gunner. I'm more of a mid-ranger. I could have taken the other guy, but... This card's sweet. This card gets you like a nice little tempo play. Gets you on the board. I like it. This card's one of my favorites in the set. It's just activating exhaust abilities a bunch of times is great. Then what else do I even have here? I'm just going to take this removal spell, I think. I mean, my red cards are nothing crazy. So I could have maybe gone green. Oh my gosh. Push the limit. You're coming back in, buddy. I just got a really good vehicle that I can cycle and then use push the limit to bring back for 1 Mega Strike. Gosh, this could be a really sweet deck if push the limit's good. I have 6 mounts and 6 vehicles. But I'm not going to be able to play the green ones. Okay. Let's just get rid of those. That's 3 less mounts. Yeah, 4 mounts and 6 vehicles. This card's a beating. Yeah, we're going to leave it on the screen. Don't worry. When you cycle it, create an X11s that can crew, and it's flying first strike lifelink. We're going to get this guy. He lets me scry. Huge pickup. I really don't like rover blades. So I'm going to cut it. The mechanic's pretty solid. I don't really want the raceway. Oh my gosh. The red, white, rare? Perfect for me? Oh my gosh, but this card would be so good as well. Oh my gosh. But this card's such a beating. This card seems like so good. I get to save one of my guys and then kill everything else. Yeah. I've got to take that over the Spire Mech cycle. This is like a 5 mana 6/5 haste. Yes, you can. It exiles it and returns it under the beginning of the next end step. So you exile it, then you deal 4, then it comes back on end step. Okay, we get another Ironclad for our push the limit strat. Gosh, if only we'd had the push the limit before we saw those 2 Ironclads that we just let pass by. What did I take over the Ironclads? Okay, I love the Leonin Surveyor. This deck is really coming together nicely. Yep. Take this guy. This will crew up my stuff. Take it to the skies. I think this deck is really good. Yes, another Ironclad. We could also take Kickoff, but I'm just going to take the Ironclad. So we have 3 Ironclads. Maybe I wish I could have gotten a couple more, but, you know, 3 is a pretty good number. Another mount. Nice. We're going to just end up in games where we're just praying to draw this card. Nice. Kickoff is just more digging. I just want as much digging as possible. At this point, I'm considering myself a push the limit combo deck. Just trying to dig for it as much as possible, find it, win the game. I really don't like this card. So 17 lands, plus all these cyclers. I can definitely cut a land. Push the limit will do either nothing or win me the game on the spot. I agree. I'm just going to make sure my 4-drops are mounts. This is my only speed payoff, so I'm okay with that. Got a lot of scrying to dig for it. Gonna cut the Sarcophagus. Gonna cut the Brightfield Glider because I'm not gonna have as many white sources. This does look like a lot of fun. Gonna cut the Goblin Surveyor. So I have 8 vehicles and 3 mounts. So that's like 11 potential cards to bring back. Got the scrap compactor. And then I'm going to cut 1 Leonin Surveyor, and we're going to do it like this. This is going to be a sweet deck. I'm super excited for it. Let's go. We're pushing the limits and seeing how it goes. I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon support helps me make high quality content on a consistent basis, and as one of the ways I say thank you, I provide access to exclusive bonus resources like my card by card tier list for each set and other cool rewards like that. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It really makes a big difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. Easy keep. We have a cycling thing. If we draw 2 draw steps for a plains to get that rolling. Nice. We are already cooking. Oh my gosh, this deck is awesome. Sure. Okay, we've officially done it. Okay, so we have scryed 1 card to the bottom. We just need to find it. We have plenty of scrying to look for it. Sure. Trying to just find my card. Oh no, I messed that up. I meant to do this to do some extra damage. If I draw start the engines, I get 16 hasty power back. Yeah, my deck would actually be insane if I had a second copy of it. Yeah, I agree. But I've got a lot of digging. I've scryed a bunch of cards to the bottom already. Every draw step is a 5% chance. Oh my gosh. Sure. I might just kill them before I get it. Yeah, I have 2 draw steps every turn now for it. I have 18 left in the deck. I mean, that is the thing. Like, in the games where I draw it, I'll just win. And in the games where I don't draw it, I hope to win, like, scrappier games. I mean, they've gained, like, 6 life from this thing, giving this thing lifelink, which is kind of like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That card is such a beating. Come on. Yikes. Gosh, I've done so much work here. And it might just be I end up dead. I'm just going to assume they didn't know it had reach. I'm a moron. They definitely knew it had reach. Yeah, you put a counter on that one guy. Okay, cool. Never mind. They misunderstood their card. I misunderstood their card. Oh, no. Dang it. I mean, I had to block. I couldn't afford to go to 4. Come on, Scry. Get me what I need. Can I beat them getting whatever card they want? I don't think so. I think I need to dig. Scryed 5 cards at the bottom. There's 13 cards left. Gosh darn it.
It would be so satisfying to win this game.
I think I have 3 draw steps. The enchantment can go search for whatever card they want from their deck. I have to chump it. Like, I can't trade or the ping will kill me because this thing will deal another 3 to me next turn. Okay, here's my draw. If you had one shot, one opportunity, it's everything you ever dreamed of. Oh! Thought that was it. So I can deal 2 damage to this thing. I actually can live, because this can deal 3 and this can deal 1. Because I just have to not block this. And I chump block the other 3. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm definitely dead now. Gosh darn it. That was a game that I could have won. If I'd found my card, I would have won. Gosh, we'll try again. We go again. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We will keep this. Not the greatest hand I've ever seen. Especially on the draw, but we do what must be done. My opponent has mulliganed. A black deck. Ooh, what a draw. This card plus this card. Synergy. Blue-black, okay. So it's control you want, eh? Well, I'll give you control. He's playing the Scarecrow. I do not think this is a good card. Oh, I know this is Lord Tupperware. Me and him are friends. I've had him on as a guest multiple times. I know it's got to be frustrating when your opponent does that. Got him. It does force me to play off curve a little bit. Okay. The fairy might just be useful as a creature here. He's going to start drawing extra cards, but where's that going to get him? He's got the cycling lands, which I like. He's doing his thing. I respect it. Oh my gosh. Yep. Trying to start milling me, I guess. I don't really want too many vehicles, so I think I'm just gonna cycle this. That guy's perfect. Okay, that's a fine trade for me. Interesting. Yep. Don't need either of those. I'm kind of letting him get up to max speed. I don't know if I should be trying to stop him. None of the things he's doing are that scary to me. Like, this card has so far been a 7-mana draw 2. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Sure. He doesn't realize that I'm digging towards my answer. The problem is he might start milling me. Oh my gosh. Hey, Mr. Metronome, welcome in. I'm just playing against your co-host. Oh my gosh, I'm so afraid. Please don't mill it. Yes! I win! I have a start your engines in this deck, and I really, really wanted to draw it there after he milled me. But unfortunately for him, I drew my other really good card, Explosive Getaway, and won with that instead. I totally forgot I had this card in my deck in my first round. If I'd drawn that, I would have won too. Jeez, my deck is sweet. I'll show off my deck to the new people tuning in. We've got a really cool red-white cycling vehicles aggro deck. It's awesome. We've got our main card is Start Your Engines. I mean, Push the Limit, not Start Your Engines. Why do I keep saying Start Your Engines? But yeah, Push the Limit. And then we have like a bunch of really good cycling stuff. Man, if I drawn this in the first game, I didn't draw any of my good cards in the first game. What is that's crazy. But yeah, we're just starting our engines and then going off. Maybe I should be playing some interaction, but I'm not playing all 4 of these. That's crazy. Yeah, so be it. Here we go. Yeah, we've got a sweet one on our hands. Combo decks don't need interaction. I mean, the first game begs to differ. Heck yes. What a hand. Oh my gosh, we're going to be scrying up a storm. This guy's so good in my deck. And my opponents keep mulliganing. Oh, man. This is such a fun deck. Sure. Yes! Oh, we have it. We have the combo. We have Push the Limit. Now we just have to find all of our vehicles. Okay. And get to 7 mana, but that's not going to be a problem. We already have 5. Don't need either of those. Now we just cycle our heart out. No way we're blocking. They can kill it with this if they want. They're just going to kill it now. I guess I could have played my 3-3, but I didn't really want them to kill my 3-3. That's going to be great. So this is 7. We have 13 power worth of vehicles right now. I'm kind of playing off curve a little bit. It'll be okay. Just have to keep chipping in. Because if I can get them into range, I can win. Nice. I suspect they're going to activate this looking for a land. Now I just have to find my 7th mana. Which I have scryed a few to the bottom. If I get punished for that, I'm going to be so sad. I only have 2 vehicles in the graveyard right now. Oh no, Ketradon's really good here. Unless they don't have a land. Which could be the case. Sure. I'm super dumb. I just want to get my guy flying. Okay. Whoa! Okay, so they have their Ketradon now. Are they dead if I draw a land? They're at 12. I have 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11. $12, 13. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 creatures once I play this. So I'll have 8. They can block the biggest 3. No, but they can't block the 6. Yeah, I think the menace kills them. And the fact that they have to block my flyer with their 6/6. Yes! Oh, they're dead by a mile. Oh. Oh, that was so satisfying. Oh my gosh, let's do that again. It's like the Incredibles when they like fly through the air in the minivan. And he goes like, "Oh my gosh, can we do that again?" It's like so good. But yeah, we're gonna play one more game with this deck, unless we lose, in which case we have to do the rubber match to see whether or not we can get to, to see whether we can get to 5, a positive record. Though I am having a fun time with this deck, so I might play the 5th match regardless. I just like to make sure I get as many different decks in as possible, because this deck wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have been fastidious. No, that's not the right word. If I hadn't followed that system, I wouldn't have gotten to this deck ever, because I would have been drafting other things. Okay, we'll keep this on the draw. This thing will draw me 2 more cards. Oh, I've done that before, Caleb. When I played in the early access event for March of the Machine. Okay, we're going to have to save this, but I had a deck that comboed Yargle with the Fling rare, and I played that one all the way because it was so sick. Whoa, they are playing a lot of colors, it looks like. Get rid of that guy. And start my engines as a secondary thing. There it is. Oh. I don't have enough to kill them because this thing shrinks all of them. So they didn't want to use that because they want to use this ability, which is fair. If I can kill this thing. So let's see how much damage. So this is reduced by 1 across the board. So they can block. If I crew this up, they can only block one of them. It's so sad. It would have killed them. No, I don't think I can win. Yeah, I don't have a way to kill the flyer. I thought they were going to grow it. That was my goal. So this can give, it can't give haste. They're playing this so safe, which is really smart. This is so bad. It's so annoying. I'm taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they have another creature. Can you imagine if we'd won that game? We had them if they just didn't have a spell as their last card. Gosh, that was so close. We were like, 1, if we'd had a removal spell for that guy, and 2, if we'd had a way to deal with that, if they hadn't had a final creature when they made that all-out attack. Oh, man. Well, that means we are playing the final game, because we need to do the rubber match, obviously. This one's the final shebang. Gosh, we did so much damage, but we just weren't close enough. Discarding my mount was a mistake, I think. That 6-drop mount was kind of what I needed to have a shot that game. And so I got like overzealous discarding it early in the game. I should have just discarded something else, because that's like my way to deal with that minus guy. Because I would have beaten them if they hadn't had the minus guy. Or that stupid 3/4. The 3/4 got me too, because it gained them 3 life or whatever they needed to live. Okay. We can keep this. Because this is going to draw me into something. Or I won't even need to do that. I'll just go straight for the jugular. Yep, I just need the land. Hmm. Nice. Yikes. I can block this 3/4 now. I mean, this 3/1 now. Sure. That's a fine trade for me. I did not think they would block. Not gonna lie. I guess they're light on lands, like they need a color or something. For now, this is going to be okay. Because I can get the one of them out of range of the explosive getaway. And exile the other one. The next turn I can play this guy and give him haste with this. Yes! Got the 3-2. Very satisfying. Oh, yeah. What a build. What a deck. What a day. That was awesome. That was awesome. Well, we got some sweet wins. We got some cool ones. We're definitely going to show the deck because we are wrapping up the video. Got a nice little 3-2 with Start Your Engines. I mean, that first game we could have won if we'd drawn like our Explosive Getaway or our Push the Limit or our Flagship, but we didn't win the first game, but we battled back. We won the second game with Push the Limit. No, not with Push the Limit. We won the third game with Push the Limit. Fourth game, we barely lost. And then that fifth game was very satisfying and a nice win. So if you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag combo to let me know you made it. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again to Wizards for the free early access account to let me get this recorded early. If you did enjoy, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback, and I will talk to you next time.